And that's what happened with that.
How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? What's going on?
All right, I gotta go.
Good day, Lang.
Hello.
Good day. Good day.
Okay, I was just filling her in with this. I actually got a tour of the Epsilon building on Saturday.
Ooh. Did you guys
Yes.
hear about this Kari person? Sorry to interrupt your story.
Kari? Yeah, she left and like sold her Babylari on Twitter. Yeah, we were just talking about that as well.
You know who bought it all, right?
Dio.
What?
Yeah.
Yep. Not a big shocker there.
What do you mean not a big shocker there? Are you motherfuckers all just asleep?
What do you mean?
Are these not red flags to any of you?
Yes, they are. I've mentioned that
Yeah, that's why it's not shocking.
multiple times.
Why are we allowing this to happen?
We are not. Fuck that. What do you mean?
So what actions have we taken to intervene?
I mean, we found out about this morning.
I just found out about this, but 3 minutes ago, Lang.
Yeah,
You don't think that's a problem?
it is a problem.
That I meditated all throughout the weekend? Perhaps.
Wow, Liza, you
Oh,
taking
you
weekends off
mean-
now?
It's not that I want to. Sometimes your spirit calls you to higher demands.
Interesting.
I mean-
What about you, CJ?
I was around Saturday, but when it comes to Akari, I haven't seen Akari in like a month. Like, I forgot Akari even existed until I just heard about this.
Interesting. Continue your story.
Yes, I got a tour of the Epsilon building. Kind of had to exchange a tour of New Babylon for it. This is immediately after we took him hostage, by the way.
You took who
Awkward. It was
hostage?
Diego. Very awkward experience.
what?
Jewelry with Sab and some of the pirates.
Okay.
So the building itself looks, first of all, amazing. Eliza, a lot of the parts they said you decorated looks beautiful. Now there was 1 or 2 doors that
Oh,
I
God,
was not
MDM.
allowed in. Like, they didn't take me through, but everywhere else I saw, he keeps bringing up the Faceless and portrays them as a group that he's scared to ask questions to, and they just kind of stay out of their way, yet they have keys to the building and will do their own thing in there and on top of it as well. He also brought up that the besties tried to blow up their roof and held a party for it. Yeah, not much there that he said. He's just complaining that everybody looks at them as if they're like connected with the Faceless, which, yeah, no shit. The building itself inside, as far as I've seen, there was nothing in there that would pique my interest. So if there is something that the Faceless are working on inside, it has to be either through one of the 2 doors that I wasn't permitted inside of, or kind of said that the building itself, there's like suspicion that there might be more to the building that they don't have access to. But now, once again, this is Diego. I don't have a lot of faith in anything he says. I personally think that he is much more involved with Faceless than he lets on. I don't think he's just a bystander that's like, oh, yeah, I don't want to get hurt, so I'm not gonna ask him any questions. Also, when I brought him
that shit up this
here,
week.
he seemed extremely nervous and was like instantly texting people and like saying out loud that he was texting people, which was very out of the blue. So I think he is very paranoid of me and thinks I was gonna like do something to him here or something. But yeah, there's that. Now, Lang, have you heard or read about the article that Frank put out, or articles?
No, I have not.
Oh boy. Okay.
Here, I can give you a copy if you wish
Oh, you
to
have
peruse.
one? Here, I've got one right here. For
Sure.
Oh, you got one for him? Okay.
Oh yeah. So there's 2 articles in there about New Babylon. The first of which is essentially painting a picture of New Babylon having involvement with the economy collapsing and the guns being off the street for our own benefit. And I believe there's a line in there towards the end that says it begs the question if this was by the Marduke's design or something like that.
Yo, what? What the fuck is this guy publishing this? Is he good?
That's what we're saying. And
Is he
then
trying to
the
have every single person in the city after his ass?
it seems like
Probably.
it.
It definitely came seemingly
Alien
out of nowhere.
prostitution ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that entire article implies we have an alien prostitution ring until the last paragraph where there's one sentence saying we didn't find an alien prostitution ring, by the way. So I don't know what the fuck they are on. I don't know why they're doing this to us. I don't know why they're betraying Eliza's trust.
No,
like that
Frankie,
at all.
please, bro. Also, potential pupil, man.
They also included a New Babylon ad on an article about the Faceless and the Archivist.
Yeah, I see
this
that.
could be considered innocuous if it wasn't for the fact that Nora bragged about putting certain ads on articles about the Faceless as a jab against certain assets. So
How do they even know this and have this photo? The Faceless meant the Archivist. How the fuck would they just do this? Somebody's got to be putting them
I
up
have
to this
a-
shit.
I have a picture of them leaving the Echelon. They've been going there voluntarily.
Really?
Mm-hmm. At first, I thought it was because they were being threatened and they were worried about their lives, but after being blown up and hunted by multiple gangs at Charlie's behest, it seems as though all is good and all is fair. But I'll steal CJ's words a little bit. Fuck us, because one of our members wanted to talk to them and have an article about Spice published.
Yeah, that is absolutely insane.
Who did that?
Nancy.
I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing.
No, sorry. It's not a bad thing.
No,
That's
it's
not
not-
a
yeah.
bad thing. It's that he got offended and like felt upset and slighted over her asking that. Meanwhile, this dude's
Wait, why
meeting
did he
up
get
with
offended?
the Faceless. Exactly, because that's apparently where he draws the line in the sand, is pushing Spice on the civilians.
He called me and basically told me that he was insulted that any of the Mardukes would try to use him for propaganda. And when I tried to pull information out of him as to why he was upset, apparently Nancy wanted to discuss with him the research on an artificial drug. So it wasn't like she was selling it. She was talking about the research in the interview. And he's saying, oh, well, you know, one of the Mardukes must have put her up to it. So either he's been harboring these feelings for some fucking reason, or someone planted that seed in his head. And basically, when I called him on Friday to ask him about the alien prostitution ring article, he played incredibly coy and basically was like, oh, what do you mean? I don't see anything wrong with that. So it was very, not to get too gossipy, I suppose, but what the fuck, man?
This is all very intriguing and very strange. Have you guys tried to speak to Frankie?
Oh, I spoke with him.
Oh, you did speak to him.
I gave him a piece of my mind. I told him he was a fence sitter. I told him if he's able to freely print articles about the Faceless and get article information fed to him by Charlie, what is so wrong about someone from Babylon talking to him about Spice? Because I have been nothing but upfront with him. I have put my shit on the line for him, and now he's publishing
Damn,
things
Eliza's hurt,
that will
dude.
put a target on our backs. Like, yes, one could argue that there's a way to spin these articles to be in our favor, but he knows what I had to go through at Epsilon. He knows that publishing that kind of shit just rubs me the wrong way and puts an unfavorable and unfair eye on us. Like, there is a little more plausible regard for the police who want to investigate us for weapons manufacturing because they put it in the fucking
verbatim.
paper.
Yeah.
Anyways, I told him to go fuck himself.
And what did he say when you said that?
He didn't really respond.
Okay. And you haven't heard from this conversation happened when?
Friday.
Hold on. What?
I just spoke with Luciano. He paid the 250. I have your 188 in Babylari for the Mardukes.
All right, please find Skipper and hand it over to him. Thank you.
All right, okay. All right, you got it.
Sorry, continue.
Hope you can forgive me. My mind is fresh to the day, but I believe that is the end of my anecdote.
No, I mean, you're good. That's very, I kind of want to speak to Frankie. It's very strange. Somebody definitely put him up to it. You don't think he's like being threatened at all? Maybe? By something
He
or somebody?
has been pretty consistently, but he's also been previously very upfront with me in regards to the threats that he, Nora, and Bella have been facing. I mean, Charlie fucking blew up their news helicopter last week, and yet they're still voluntarily going to the Echelon to speak with him and others.
Yeah, but this guy, like, on top of just publicly posting information about New Babylon, he's also doing it with the faces. I mean, he's got a photo of the fucking blue man, like, in...
He gets fed some of that information from Charlie.
That's what I'm saying. What is Charlie's also feeding him to you know, defame us over here?
Yeah, further his agenda against New Babylon. I mean, it just feels like such a big switch up from Frank.
I'm getting way too
Both
paranoid.
of those articles, like the second one is just stupid, but the first one, I mean, implicates us with not only weapons trafficking, that if some cop gets a little too bored, they might just decide, oh fuck it, you know what, let's go after New Babylon now.
What if this is all
We have
part of
it
the plan?
in print. It could be.
In previous conversations, we've been incredibly cordial. Hell, he was one of the people that I trusted most outside of Babylon, probably. But the switch up on Friday, I've known Frank pretty well for the better part of over a year now. And the way that he spoke to me on Friday wasn't... Like, there was some vitriol in there that was very unexpected.
I mean, he talks to Charlie a lot, right?
What if there's more layers to this plan? What if the lost MC and Dio's involved?
In what way?
Well, it bothers me that nobody stopped. You guys understand that Dio used to roll around with Edgar, correct? Are you guys aware of this information?
I did not know that.
I don't know if I knew that,
Are
actually.
you aware of the meeting that took place when Edgar left New Babylon at the church involving Dio?
No.
No.
Are you aware of Edgar's plans? Are you aware that the plan with the gold actually came from Edgar himself?
I was aware of that because he was stockpiling gold inside of the Epsilon building when he briefly had stewardship of it.
Now, if you lived in a place where you took from said person or group, then that group vanishes. Then all of a sudden, a group comes out of nowhere and claims the same name of the people you took their home from. Is that going to bother you or not?
I see what you mean.
I mean, I have definitely been paranoid of Dio, and I've verbalized that a few times. I don't know if... I'm trying to remember. Maybe I haven't to yourself. But not only Dio, but on a larger scale, I feel like the assets around the city have shown a lot more presence and interest in trying to get close to Babylon as of recently.
Well, that further
The weird
reinforces
one
what I
that-
just said then. This seems
Yes,
like a very multi-layered
absolutely.
attack.
Yeah, the one that kind of made me stop and
But this is
think
the Faces'
was
way to attack,
when
Chad.
Ray was apparently here, Raymond, doing a deal, I think with Speedy or somebody, or AC or something. Brandon Valentino was waiting for him outside, and this is at the same time as Dio was down on the beach trading for my books. Like, this is all very strange. And I love the literature that I write, but it is pretty rare for people to be that invested and interested in it without an ulterior motive. And he doesn't strike me as the type to be that obsessed with literature. So It just felt. It didn't feel like it could be a coincidence at that point. Also, Brandon Valentino, what the fuck you
we've been
doing
waiting
here?
for bombings. We've been waiting for airstrikes. We've been waiting for fucking ship sea attacks. We've been waiting for tactical nukes. But what if this is the way to attack? And we're just allowing it to happen. Not Skipper, fucking Arush made a fucking alliance with this biker club to
What?
assist Dio to help push Chaos Legion out of the north so they can take their territory.
Whoa, what?
Interesting.
I don't know exactly when, but it's happened.
But they don't even need an alliance with us for that.
That's what I'm saying.
Not from what I've been
So-
told.
So when Kari left, you heard that she sold her Babalari, right?
Okay, so Akari joined New Babylon, did some stuff for like a couple weeks, then vanished off the face of the earth. I haven't seen
Well,
Akari
her
in
leaving is
ages.
irrelevant, but you understood that she sold her Babalari.
Yeah, I found that out this morning, but like I personally haven't seen or heard about Akari
Do you
until
know who she
today,
sold
this
it
morning.
to?
Gio.
Okay. So why?
Andy has details.
Yeah, she gave me all the details. So this guy is very, very interested in everything that we're doing. He's trying to buy up all the Babalari he can. He's down here a lot.
He's calling me every day.
He's calling me every day. His gang is the name of a gang that we pushed out of here. They used to own this land.
Yes.
And one of the founders of this new gang actually used to be an original Lost MC member.
Yeah. Well, I'm not positive about that, but I don't know them well.
His name's Reed.
Oh,
Reed
their
Dankley.
president.
Yeah, he was an original Lost MC member.
Okay.
This is what I'm saying. It seems like there's a lot of poking and prodding with a lot more motive behind it than just, being interested in what we do here. Now, Frankie turning on us makes no sense as well. Like a lot of this just seems like attacks, and it seems like somebody's coordinating attacks. That's what it feels like.
I've tried to insinuate to people to not do business with faceless assets, but I know for some people that is a little antithetical to their goals, and I do not wish to overstep too much to infringe on the guild master's grounds, but I mean, we have people from Habibi's coming over. We have people from ADMC, Hounds, the Lost Diamond chapter. It's very clear that these people are here taking advantage of some previously held personal connections to snoop around and try to, get tea and get gossip. So how do we reasonably shut that down?
I don't know. This is such a good way to pose it too. Like, how do we reasonably do it? I have no idea. Because the reality is, like, this is probably the best position New Babylon's been, especially from an outside point of view. We have public relations out the ass, and we don't want to shut ourselves out again. How we do that, but also avoid getting fucked in the ass, I don't know. Because you're kind of welcoming it by doing that. But you also don't want to just be completely shut off, right? So I'm really not too sure what the solution is. I don't know. I think first things first is I want to talk to Frankie.
Yeah.
Go from
I'm
there.
just very confused about that switch up.
It was, I suppose, expected at this point, but surprising nonetheless that he would, in spite of everything that we have spoken with each other about, just flip, basically. Perhaps a more convenient option was chosen. Perhaps he reached for the gun instead of the ink, as it were.
There's so much RP happening. It's crazy.
There was a point in time he felt it appeared as if he was against the faceless and still trying to do his job or what he set out to do. Now it feels very different from that. He feels like a mouthpiece for the faceless almost. Like I have to read every article questioning in my head if this is what he was told to write.
Oh, I felt that for weeks. But yeah, I think it's getting more and more that to be the case.
Frank and Nora are excellent journalists, But the City
Chaz, the
Chronicle
mayor
has
should
gone
over yet, by the
from,
way?
you know,
Did Carmelo win?
in-depth, actual investigative journalism to and speculation central.
Speculation, absolutely. I mean, even in that article about New Babylon, like, you cannot point out 5 different things that are happening around the city
Steiner.
and then say a sentence like, oh, it begs the question
Wednesday?
if
Okay.
the Mardukes are behind it all. Like, there is nothing to back that up at all, and now you've implicated all of us with no fact behind it whatsoever.
You could end each and every single one of the articles from the most recent publication with XOXO Gossip Girl, and it would work.
Fuck. I'm gonna talk to Frankie. See where that goes. We might need to bomb the Liquid Library again.
Good.
Yeah. Most kid, by the way.
Is
Hello?
everything in Babylon for sale, Mr. Marduk?
Who's asking?
Well, I'm asking.
Well, like what? Like properties or something?
Yes, sir.
What are you interested in purchasing, my friend?
The new militia tower.
Well, it was gonna go for auction, but the militia did pay their dues for
Oh.
us, so they owe it now. Own it now.
Wait, how much was it? Well, how much was it?
They paid 250 Babalari.
I paid 500 for it.
Well, they already finalized their payment, brother.
Motherfuckers, man.
They're gonna be paying
Motherfuckers.
100 Babalari a week to retain and own that place, and the minute that they fail, it goes up for auction.
Really? And
Right.
are they gonna get government funded or actually,
No,
you know?
absolutely not.
Oh, wait, it all makes sense now. That's why they wanna frame me. I see. That's fine, Marduk. Thank you for your information.
No problem. Au revoir.
Okay. Quick New Babylon update. Harry and Jeff are working in Ratatouille as per their punishment.
Yeah, because I had to get on the microphone and ream them out to do it. There was no food this morning when I woke up. You understand that, right?
Yes. Well, Anya is very upset right now because she says she's trying to run her business and have these people work for her in a respectful manner. And she says that Jeff was hatcheted by Speedy and jumped by Harry while trying to work for her. And she's very upset about it and wants to extend Harry's punishment by a week. Now the militia is already looking into this incident. I did say this is your
Yeah, it doesn't
business, Anya.
stop.
If they find Harry or whoever guilty in whatever situation, you can have a say or a part of a say in the punishment that's delivered. Do you think that's fine?
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
Okay.
All right, it just seems like there's a lot going on. I'll get a hold of Frankie, and then I'll see where we go from that.
Okay.
The Lost MC, I don't know how to handle that yet, but I'll figure it out.
Based off of conversation that CJ and I had briefly, keeping them at a polite distance just to see if we could get more insight as to what they're doing. But Dio,
but
from what little I know
here's
about
the
him,
truth,
is
right?
a
a lot of people don't know how to do that. So I don't know if I trust very many people to do that. A lot of people just don't know how to play nice while gathering info. They just play too nice and then they end up fucking themselves in the ass because people are gonna be like, oh, why you playing nice with these motherfuckers? Now it's all your fault while this all happened. This happened a lot in the history of my life. So we
This
just
is
need to
an
be careful.
important question then right now. Dio calls me every single day, and I have been under the assumption that it is some sort of, I mean, we've already just spoken in circles about it, but the paranoia has been there, and I've brought it up. Do I maintain answering these calls and listening to him yap about his situation, or do I cut him off and have that paranoia?
Well, has he given you
ruin him?
any important information?
He talks to me a lot about his club activities. So
What?
the conflict with Chaos Legion, exactly what happened with that. Chaos Legion president wants to retire, so they may take all of Chaos Legion and have a patch over and take their members, get rid of the
What's
ones
the
they
first
don't
time we were
want.
talking about this?
I believe you had already gone to sleep when I found out this information
when
on
was that?
Friday. But I have raised this concern.
Continue.
I have raised this concern. I thought I had raised it with you, but maybe this was just with Eliza. But I've spoken a lot about Dio and my paranoia with him, as well as the same time as all the other assets have been snooping around here. It felt very strange and intentional.
It it doesn't stop. Falcon, are you free for a briefing at 3 p.m. EST today about a mission for tomorrow? Yo, Lang's life is just jam-packed. Falcon, are you free for a briefing at 3 p.m. EST today about a mission for tomorrow? We got intel on a whistleblower from the FIB that needs to be dealt with. After assets downloaded the files from the ex-computer scientist, someone is threatening to leak them.
Holy shit. That's in what, 30 minutes? Yeah.
Okay.
During town hall meeting.
You guys gotta handle town hall meeting. Unfortunately, I gotta
Yeah,
go to
we
this.
can do that.
Yep, easily done.
Real quick with Dio. One, this is exactly my point. Information you might not think is important needs to be absolutely shared. I don't give a fuck to anybody else directly to me. Because if then I find out later, and then you've experienced this more than anybody else here. If I find out later that people knew about shit that I need to know about, and it's fucking us in the ass, you're gonna take blame for it whether you like it or not.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, yes. I'll make sure to kind of write down everything I hear so I can.
What
relay
else has
to
he
you
said?
instantly. Outside, that's the only important part with like the Chaos Legion shit. Outside of that, it has just been attempting, from what I have taken it as, to build some sort of relationship.
With the Babylon?
Yes. Or not even with New Babylon, with me almost. Now, he's bought the vehicle, then he's been in contact with Jeff to get it customized and came back.
Whoever gets overly paranoid is just a good guy.
Like, it just feels like he is attempting to get close to Babylon for sure. But they, I think, are taking over Chaos Legion's land. And one of his members has said something about wanting to, like, take over the shores of the north. Like, it does feel like they're expanding. And that's what kind of brought on my paranoia of, like, okay, it feels as if they are
But
going to
why
keep
haven't
expanding or
we
keep
called
trying
that
to-
out? And we've never called them out for wanting to do that?
I didn't really want to let on that. Well, I guess I have said, like, you know, where else are you expanding to? But I've never straight up said, oh, you better not come for Babylon.
Why not?
I didn't want to give off any sort of inclination that I'm thinking about that.
I mean,
Like,
why
he
wouldn't you be
just
thinking
yaps.
about that, though?
Well, I mean, you two did have that conversation in front of me, right? Where he was saying that he would, like, take this place, but it was a very joking matter.
Yeah, well, exactly. You hear that. Every joke has some form of truth to it, whether you like it or not.
I mean, with a lot of people, including Dio, I kind of don't give any
John's character is
information
a
I'm
good guy.
thinking of or doing. I just let them tell me everything.
Dangerous game to play.
Do we want to cut that off, or do we want to utilize it? Like, what do you think the threat level is at that?
I think utilize it, but you are playing an extremely dangerous game.
Okay, what do you think will backfire? Like, what do you think needs to be avoided so that it does not backfire?
Exactly what just happened now. Important information that should be shared the minute you find out about it.
I mean, that would be great if you were around, Lang, but I can't share your
Yeah, but
information
there's other people.
to...
You guys lead together. There's the militia.
Yes, and
there's the other
I-
Marduk. Skip it. They're all on the same page. Everybody's aware of this?
Quite a few people. I've spoken about it publicly to people.
Okay, so
like,
the
Elijah,
leadership
you
of
can back me up
the
with this.
leadership of New Babylon is aware of Dio's plans.
I don't know if I've spoken to Skipper about it or not. I'm trying to remember.
Merchant leader?
I don't know who was in the group. No, I haven't spoken to Sav about it.
Well, this is my point, right? Like, you guys always try to use when I'm around against me. That's not the point. There's a leadership structure here that needs to be aware of everything that is going on, especially the other
Okay,
Marduk
that's-
who just so happens to be a cousin.
That's fine. Now, would you prefer me bring it straight to you first, as you said earlier, or would you prefer me bring it to them and then to you if you're not around?
Like you said yourself, I wasn't around. Why would you wait?
Okay. That's just a clarification I needed because you did say to bring it to you first. So I will bring it up to Skipper, Luciano, and Sab, and Eliza if they are around. And then once you are around, I'll bring it up to you.
Wait, treason is not a good word. What's a good gift? What's a good gift? Dude, it's crazy that we just have straight gifts like this in the server. What the fuck? Okay. I'm gonna go fill those guys in, and then we go from there.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Are you calling Frankie?
I will probably after town hall meeting, or after the shit I gotta do.
Yeah. Okay.
So the problem is, guys, like, it's never bad to play nice to retain info. You just have to be so good at doing that. And truth be told, by doing that, like, you have to keep people in the loop. Because if you know something that fucks us over, this has happened multiple times to multiple characters around Lang. If you know something that then fucks that person over and you knew about it, and the information was not shared, you get the blame for it, whether you like it or not.
Hello?
Where you at? We gotta talk.
I'm out with Apple right now looking for a place for this gauntlet we're trying to do.
What gauntlet?
He's trying to start like an underground fight club.
Oh, and is he gonna pay for that? And this is gonna be an entire system, or is this another give it to somebody who doesn't do shit all when he's around here?
We're just driving around looking for spots. It'll be good for like a meetup first.
Come meet me by the pier, the old pier, the very first pier you ever built. Come ASAP and come alone.
All right, I'll be there soon.
This guy's going crazy on this building shit, bro. Yeah, but I also don't like when we misconstrued, like, oh, but you weren't around. It's like, brother, I'm not talking about me. Like, there's a whole leadership of people that are just not aware of these important, potentially, let's just use potential because we don't know yet, right? Potentially important things that are happening. Like, there's a whole other Marduk, his name is Skipper Jones, who I don't even think he knows fuck all of anything ever. Right? And there's also the Militia Loosh, which, hey, you guys might dog Loosh, but I think he's doing a fantastic, like, Militia should know as well. Militia should know that when Dio steps foot on our territory, keep an eye on this motherfucker. Some shit may be going down. Let's not react. Let's not, expose ourselves. Let's just keep an eye. Nobody knows. And we made him take group therapy for what? Communication. And if people knew, maybe this alliance with our motorcycle club wouldn't have happened. I gotta talk. We gotta call leadership. Do we start the council today? Maybe we start the council today. I gotta pee. Get back. That make sure to hydrate.
Hello.
How we doing, boy? Take a seat. Yeah.
Duke, our findings are the following.
Tell me.
5 gold bars unreported from the Merchants Guild.
5 gold bars unreported from the Merchants Guild. Who was in ownership of these gold bars?
I believe it was Alfonso Sebastian.
So we're going to find them. We're going to find them the exact value of a gold bar. So 25 Babylari per gold bar. You find the Merchants Guild. Continue.
Understood. We did not find any
Hello?
gold in the possession of the MC. I believe, unfortunately, they may have hid some of it. So we will be doing random searches without, without you having to call it out. You know what I mean? We'll do random searches like between today and tomorrow.
Not from today
We'll
and
find that
tomorrow. In
shit.
perpetuity, my friend.
Yeah.
Put your phone away, Sam. Put your phone away.
Now,
Yeah,
here's
hold
another
on, I'm
thing.
hoping I
Here's
start
another
it.
thing that I got that I was told from Sab. Sab said, "Who taped you off?" So
Why
we're
would
under
he
the
say
suspicion. Exactly. We're under the suspicion. This guy's probably got a stash somewhere. Who knows where? Listen, I searched vehicles and shit as well. By the way, I didn't just search the properties. I had the people search fucking vehicles. Nothing found. He's got to have more than 5. There's no way he only has 5.
Interesting. Very interesting. This is great work.
gonna find that
Luciano,
gold.
you are taking this militia to new heights, my friend. Keep it going.
Yes. I've also reworked the bounty system, and I'd like to tell you about it at a later time.
All right, we can do that. Oh, wait.
All right.
I mean, see,
I'll see you.
am I going to be there in 20 minutes? Do that. Oh, my God.
I'm confused. What is going on right now?
Well, there's
I
a
heard something
new,
about the
there's a new
Merchant
law that's been instated. So for anybody caught with undocumented gold bars, will be charged the actual value of the gold bar, which is 25 Babylari.
Guild? Yeah, but how those are undocumented? They're just fresh off the oven. I'm letting them cool off in the storage before I sell them to the Mardukes.
I need you to explain what that means exactly.
It means I had them newly smelted with jewelry, Rolexes, and valuable goods.
Okay, who in the world has given you permission to smelt down gold bars? The Mardukes do that, my friend.
That I did not know. My apologies. I thought.
So
it
when
was
did
just
you smelt this?
Yesterday.
So how is that freshly? You said if it was fresh, it's been over 24 hours then.
Right. I was gonna sell it today to you guys.
You owe the Babylari. You understand me? And if you are caught smelting your own bars without the supervision of a Marduk, we will end you.
Okay, we should make that clear at the meeting then, because I think a lot
Yeah,
of people don't know that.
I'll make that very clear at the meeting that I won't be for today.
Okay.
We have another problem. Are you aware of anything related to Dio?
No, besides the fact that he bought Babylari from Akari, who has left New Babylon.
Let me ask you another question. When I'm not around, is there an effort from the Mardukes to keep leadership in the loop? By leadership, I mean you, Luciano, and Eliza, to be completely clear. I think that's all leadership, right?
Sometimes, not all the times. No, sometimes I'll find out from different people. It's a game of hot potato. It can be.
Would you say
different people.
would you say that as a frustration and a problem, or what?
I would say so, but at the same time, I'm so busy in my own little world that I don't know until afterwards. So it's hard for me to demand that, right? I'm in a different position.
Yeah, sometimes information is not going to be passed immediately or whenever the fuck it's absolutely needed.
Exactly,
but it's just
right.
important information gets passed, right? Like, hey, I know it's been late, but here's what's been happening.
100%. That needs to happen. I don't think there's an emphasis on that. I think people just wait until something
Guys,
happens
you didn't give me
for something to be
location.
brought up.
I think. What do you think about starting the council table?
Hey, you're preaching to the choir. I've been asking for something like that for a long time.
Or like there's maybe I think I want to start a council table. And there's like a mandatory meeting at whatever I'm not here between you guys. Brother, I've been trying to force you motherfuckers to communicate and keep each other on the same page for weeks, brother. That was the whole point of the trial between
yeah, and instead
I think
you
it was
play the
Luciano
middleman,
and
and
shit.
we're trying to just connect people instead of them finding a time to meet and just be on the same page.
Oh, the fact of the matter is, the fact that nobody's leadership needs to be up to date on what Dio was doing. If people were up to date on what Dio was doing, maybe the Merchants Guild would have handled his acquisition of Babylarian and gold differently. Maybe Luciano and the militia would have picked up what he was doing here and taking notes and maybe actively getting important information differently. And then the fact that Skipper, I don't think anybody feels in Skipper in anything ever.
What was he doing exactly?
Brother, I think he's being sent here by Edgar.
Oh, motherfucker.
Think about this. Tell me if I'm crazy. Tell me if I'm crazy. Okay? You are aware that Dio used to roll around with Edgar, right?
Not only that, he used to work for the Faceless too, I heard.
Okay, that's another layer I didn't know. This is why we have to communicate between each other. So Dio used to work with the Faceless, used to roll around with Edgar. This idea of the gold, by the way, came from Edgar before he was exiled. When Edgar got exiled, I got information from Andy that there was a big meeting that was held at some sort of church that Dio was involved in. All of a sudden, these guys rebuild a motorcycle gang, and not any motorcycle gang. They take the name of the motorcycle gang that we took out of here.
The Lost, exactly, yeah.
That technically, if you want to get technical with it, has rights to this place.
Are you saying he's trying to make a comeback with the Lost and take over New
But
Babylon?
I don't know what he's doing because now he's buying up all the Babalar that he can get his hands on. He's making nice with everybody here. He's getting as much information as he can. Then you go look at the fucking newspaper. You got Frankie publishing all sorts of crazy shit on Babylon. We've been thinking it's gonna be a nuke. We've been thinking it's gonna be fucking airstrikes. We've been thinking we're gonna be attacked from the fucking lake. But what if it's a shadow war, boy?
That's 1,000% a possibility. I mean, the signs are pointing to it.
What if,
So I don't think you're crazy for
the
thinking
Blue
that.
Man is sending anything he can at us to really take us down? Because he knows, what is a fucking airstrike gonna do? We stood our ground with that shit. What is a fucking
All
attack
that,
from the
you-
sea gonna do? We stood our ground with that fucking shit. You know how you take New Babylon out? You convince the government to do it, boy. You convince another gang that used to own the land to take their land back, boy.
Yeah.
That's what you fucking do. That's how you really take this place
You
the fuck
make
out.
him do your dirty work for you, basically. And you sit there and you just watch. You enjoy this shit from the sidelines.
I think we
I
start
don't
the
think
council
you're crazy
today.
when it comes to Dio. I think we should be cautious with Dio,
Well,
for
the
sure.
thing is,
I mean,
now-
the guy
now-
overpaid for
now-
Babylari.
What?
Akari was... Okay, so Akari, who's probably going to have a potential bounty here, okay? So have you been filled in as far as what happened with Akari?
I know everything about Akari. How much more did he pay for the Babylon? I don't know what the Babylon is worth.
100. So Bjorn offered him $200,000 for 10 Babylari, right? So to Akari. Akari gets a phone call from Dio saying he's willing to pay $300,000 for 10 Babylari.
This is why communication is crucial, boy. I hate this leadership with all my heart. I hate all of
So
you.
he paid $100,000 more just to get his hands on 10 more Babylari.
And now here is the problem, right? Let's pause and say that Dio is up to nothing. But we don't know because leadership needs to be kept in the loop, brother.
Exactly.
Dio may as well be doing nothing and just maybe fucking a guy who's interested in New Babylon, fucking whatever. Just fine to accept and admit, right? But everybody has very important pieces that nobody fills each other in on. And what I mean, everybody, I mean leadership. This is not on our people. It ain't our people's job to let our leadership know what's going on. It's our leadership's job to let each other know what's fucking going on, and we're on the fucking same page. Because whenever Dio steps foot in here, militia should be aware of his potential motives. Whenever this guy's trying to buy a
1000%.
Babylari or sell a gold bar, the Merchants Guild should be aware of his potential motives.
Yeah, I mean...
Whenever he tries to, come in here, maybe on off days, visitation, this, that, and the third, the Mardukes in the region should be aware of his potential motives, brother. Sorry. I saw a fly. A muscle spasm, whatever. But the fact of the
I
matter
would
is...
like to know how much Babylari this guy got. So far, he said 60. But plus the 10, he's up to 70 Babylari now in his pocket. So
here's the point. Oh my God, bro, I gotta go. I'm like panicking because I gotta go. Not IRL in game. Here's the point. I go to the Regent and Marduk CJ and they have this information. We end up chatting, whatever. And I go, okay, so have we done anything with this information? Oh, you weren't around, Lang. What the point about me being around? As a leadership, you guys have to keep each other on the same page. Now, obviously, there's certain things that I do with everybody that's only directly between me and that person, of course. But there's a leadership in New Babylon. There's a reason y'all are leaders. For the very fact that, of course, I'm not around, brother.
Be passive. Passive leadership will get this place collapsed.
I will shut the count. I think we shut the count. The thing about the councils, I don't want the council to stagnate The potential risk of a council table is it's stalling out and too much arguing between decisions where it stalls everything out and nothing gets done.
Right.
The good thing
It
about
becomes where
right
you have too
now
many
is
cooks in the kitchen, right?
yeah, the good thing about right now is everybody does their own thing and they're held back by nobody, right? You're the merchant leader, you're gonna go do what you want. Militia's the militia leader, Lucia's the militia, he's gonna go do what you want. The Mardukes are leaders, you guys don't hold each other back, right? So the beauty of that is things get done. The potential risk of a council table is just arguing all the time over, you know, Sab, why do you want to go build that tower? Right? And then you argue about it for fucking 6 hours and nothing
Right,
gets
you
done.
have different fucking voices saying one thing, you know? And then you have to convince 7 people again your side. It's just a lot of fucking back and forth.
So we need to figure out a way where it's actually effective and it doesn't necessarily hold each faction back. Like each faction still does what they want to do without having to sit there and argue with, you know, 3 of the factions about it for 5 hours. I'll think about it. I gotta go fucking be a spy, by the way, during the town hall meeting, so you guys gotta handle that appropriately, please.
Yeah. I'll make sure things move along. I mean, for me, as far as ideas, I don't know if like you could do like a debate style system where people go up there, argue the point, you vote for it or not, you move on. I don't know if you want to keep it more like fluid that way.
I don't want to do
or you
voting because the thing is, like I said, the beauty of right now, with each faction being so separated, is people are just doing shit. And at the end of the day, I don't care what fucking happens, I need people doing shit.
Right, you want things moving along, right? So.
The Echelon is that fucking building behind Tequila Lot, right?
Correct. That's her house on Valmont.
Holy shit, he wants me to go there.
Oh my fucking
I gotta
God.
be there. I gotta go. I gotta be there. Let's resume this conversation when I'm back. I gotta go.
All right, good luck to you.
Yeah, that's it. Chad, the only thing about like the reason why I have it as some like a council thing is because I get like PTSD of like, don't get me wrong, love Cerberus, but a lot of like Cerberus shit that gets stalled out because we'd argue about it, nobody would agree. The good thing right now about New Babylon is like these faction leaders, they just do what they want, which causes a lot of problems like in RP, of course, but out of RP, like OOC, at least like there's shit happening all the time, which we don't want to eliminate, right? Like I want Sab to build a tower that I can go maul at him for, you know, the next 3 days about because he just went and did it. You know what I'm saying? Like I would rather have that RP than talk about it in a fucking table for 6 hours. Who the fuck is this?
It's Rissa. She's here.
Visitor with
Visitor. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
It's been a rough
no,
day.
you're good. You're good.
Who's in the shame pit?
Good comment.
Yog.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Why is he talking like that?
Babylon is so packed with life. It's great though. But yeah, I don't know. That's the only thing that makes me like a little what's the word? Like reluctant to start the council table because I would rather, at the end of the day, I'd rather the communication be shit. I'd rather nobody talk to each other because they're all just doing whatever the fuck they want. Fuck you. I'm gonna fuck what you think about it. I'd rather that be the vibe. Truthfully, I mean, it's bringing so much life to New Babylon, right? So, but at the same time, though, like obviously there are certain situations where we can't be SBS about, we can't meme, like true threats and, you know, quote unquote slow burn and potential serious arcs like have to be taken in that manner. And a big part of that is like the leadership being aware of certain threats or, you know, big time important things like that. So I don't know, we got to figure out a way to solve it. Because it is crazy that like though everybody has very important pieces of like what the Lost MC, the new Lost MC is potentially doing, that if you put together, paints a very, or at least obviously Lang is very paranoid, but it paints a very like threatening picture, right? Like even hearing that he like, even the fact that he was willing to overpay, like why is he overpaying for Babalari? That's so sus, bro. That's so sus. What the fuck happened to my car? Yeah, and then that's the funniest part about all of it, right? It could also just be like very normal reasons. Like Babalari could just be that fucking amazing now, right? Like Dio could just be genuinely interested in what we do because, you know, New Babylon is genuinely interesting. That's why RP is hilarious, right? I want to have a meeting with the Mardukes, because a big thing too is we got to make sure Skipper's also on the same page a lot. I mean, I'm also assuming, right? Maybe he is. Obviously, from Lang's POV, it seems like. I mean, Lang is also very much at fault of it too, right? Like, we say it all the time. Like, fuck, we gotta make sure that like we try to keep Skipper in the loop more. Outfit. I want to do the outfit when I'm closer. Like, I don't want to be driving around here like in that fucking outfit right now. Car stocking, yeah, who cares? Yeah, I mean so what kicked this all off for Lang is what you never do to Lang is make a threatening joke. You never make a threat and pass it off as a joke, because Lang is gonna latch onto that as a real threat, even a bigger threat than a real threat. And Dio going, hey Lang, you know, the fucking joke he made about taking over New Babylon, right? Like, Lang is never just gonna brush that off, because what is one of Lang's biggest paranoias? The government shutting down New Babylon and the Lost claiming their home back, right? Yeah, I love this side arc of like undercover Lang. It's so funny. Like, yeah, guys, I gotta go. I gotta work for the Faceless, man. Side arc, well, it's the main arc, but this is like a side arc to the main arc. All right, let's get changed over here. Let's fucking change the vibes of the music, and let's go in. No, wait, did my fake plate fall off? No way my fake plate fell off, right? I thought the fake plate was permanent. Guys, if my fake plate fell off, it is what it is. Oh my God, I'm so scared now. I'm so scared now. Yo, what if I'm supposed to have keys to this place?
Hello, yes, hello, yo, yo. Boy, mate, yeah, mate, oh, yeah, mate. In there, bro, yeah, mate, oh, yeah, mate. Hello, yeah, okay. I'm so scared. Fuck. This is the building, right? Where do I park? Oh my God, I'm not prepared for this. I'm just not prepared for this.
prepared for this at all. Park far? I mean, I guess the best place to park. Yo, what if I'm supposed to have a key to this place? Where's the front door? Oh shit.
I think I heard something. Fuck, I gotta sound like... Hello. Yes. Yes, hello.
Oh, good to see you. You have a few guests arriving. There's a certain operation that needs to be dealt with ASAP. Tomorrow. So in about a couple seconds, we should have 3 assets walk through that fucking door. Whiskey, do you have the tools ready?
What tools, boss?
Jesus fucking Christ. Dealing with absolute amateurs. You sure? How are we?
Pretty good.
Good to hear. Go to the meeting room, okay?
Alright.
How's Highguard looking, by the way? I need to know if it's a shit show. I'm dying to know.
I'm sorry. Focus.
You said 3 minutes, 5 minutes ago. Where the fuck are you, Ferg? Where the fuck are you?
Steam reviews are overwhelmingly negative. Oh, feels bad, man.
Jesus Christ. Stop good whiskey. Let's come inside while we wait for the last person.
Holy shit.
Yeah, not too bad. How you doing?
Oh my god.
Good. Well, actually not doing too good. After the intel I just found out that we need to deal with. Remind me, were you in the operation with the
Way to come up with
FBI?
like faceless undercover
The
music.
scientist?
Hey, talking about the guy that we clapped in his apartment?
Yes, Brandon. What fucking else would I be talking about?
Yeah, I was there.
Well, you make sure you're there too.
Yup.
Okay. I have some bad fucking news. Well, kind of bad news.
How much is gonna be? Like 8 times? First degree murder, I think. We left 8 bodies behind us. If that's the worst news, then it's not that bad, I guess.
Negative. Let's just say our recon team. Well, the files that were downloaded. Hey, Farm, coming now.
Here you go, fellas. It's a tradition every time I see you guys. There you go. Keep up the good work. Here you go.
Okay, now that we're all here. Right, do me a favor.
What's the favor?
Pass one each to everybody in this room.
Alright.
those who are wondering who those people are in front of me, one is called Falcon, one is called Whiskey. Okay? Let's just say they will be on this operation tomorrow. As this needs to be dealt with, I don't trust any of you to get the job done properly. Especially Frag here. Okay? Everybody read the document. Brandon, do me a favor, shout. And read the document for everybody. Brandon.
When they follow the money, let them find the notes too. Details. After kidnapping of Peter Wallace, the ex-FIB computer scientist, and files being successfully downloaded from his laptop, we have intel that somebody within the FIB is threatening to leak the files that were on his laptop. This individual has internal documentation regarding the state account validation dependencies, integrity safeguard thresholds, continuity reset mechanism, structural instability concealed through provisional support. Mission: locate Arthur Lane. Take out a security team, bring him to the extraction point.
Listen, tomorrow, Arthur Lane, who's a potential whistleblower, is going to be leaving a meeting at the FIB headquarters in this city. Your job is to find him, take him fucking out, well, the security team, and bring him to the extraction point. Now listen, Brandon, I might be making the worst decision I've ever done in my life, but you are going to be leading this operation.
Oh, God.
Falcon and Whiskey will also be involved. Now the way I want this done is Falcon and Whiskey are going to be in a van. That van will have a livery of the power plant. Somebody needs to drive that van. That van is going to be with the VIP. Mr. Arthur is going to be abducted and put in. The rest of you, well, that's your job to figure out. Now listen, my job isn't to tell you how to do things, or I will do everything myself. However, if this is a convoy, the reason why there's only 3 of you, you don't need this to be loud. You don't need to have 500 gunshots being spread out throughout the city. Hey, Farm, I have eyes.
Eyes on what?
So, if there's a convoy, I believe that they're going to be going from the FIB to Toledo. I strongly suggest you hit them during the convoy. The way you do that is up to you. Maybe you have your car broken down, so they have to stop. Either way, Falcon and Whiskey need to grab the VIP and put them in the van and go to the extraction point.
Okay, you said one of us is going to be driving the van with Falcon and Whiskey, correct?
Hey, Farm, so somebody here needs to be in that disguises. Maybe, you know, have a mechanic gear on. You know, you work for the power plant at the end of the fucking day.
Well, look, no offense to everybody here, but when it comes to, you know, there might have to be some evasive maneuvering, even though it's a van. Fred, your dog shit at driving, and Misha, you're fucking trash too. You kill me every time I get in the car with you. So I guess I'll drive the van.
Okay. And that leaves Frag and Misha. Frag, you are the surveillance man of this operation. You might not be good at anything else but taking pictures. So, we need somebody to spot the convoy, follow it every route, every corner it takes, every turn it takes. You need to relay that information over the radio. Is that something you can do?
Yeah, I can definitely do that. You said they're going from FIB to Toledo, correct?
Hey, firm. Now, I'm hoping, like I said, we don't know, but I'm hoping they go towards Palomino Freeway. Around that gas station will be the best opportunity to hit them. Now, Misha, that leaves you with a distraction. I don't know how to do it. Your broken car, maybe you crash into them by accident, maybe there's some sort of road rage. That is up to you. At the end of the fucking day, my 2 assets of the assault team, Falcon and Whiskey, their job is to be in your van, kidnap Arthur, and put him inside.
Alright. Well, if you want to bring them into the gas station, then park in a trailer across the highway, so they need to take the detour. Wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, I was gonna say if somebody's got a pack or something. I don't know if you have that Brandon, but we could do even where we flip it, and the local traffic will kind of back up to where they either have to take the exit or they're gonna have to sit still in traffic and be an easy target either way.
I do have a packer. The only issue is if I use. Actually, I mean, I really don't care. I mean, worst comes to
Or we
worst,
could
we
just
can
steal
steal
one
it.
too,
Yeah, we can
yeah.
steal one too. It doesn't matter.
Falcon, how you like the plan so far? You have a very important job here, Falcon. You two, Whiskey, are gonna be the ones abducting Arthur. Misha, you need to make sure they're in a good position, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this shouldn't be that hard, to be honest. They should have no sort of inkling anything's going to happen to them. But then again, it is a whistleblower, so who fucking knows? And it is the FIB, so again, who fucking knows? At the end of the day, this needs to be successful. It needs to be. If we want to wipe out the state account, we cannot have any documents being leaked.
Any security team, you don't mind if they go bye-bye, right?
They need to go bye-bye.
Gotcha.
Now I'm gonna leave that to Falcon and Whiskey. Falcon, your job is to wipe out every member of his security team. So, the best example, there during the convoy, there's a roadblock, they have to stop. Misha, you pull up with the van. Whiskey and Falcon get their guns, shoot everybody down, kidnap Arthur, put him in the van, and we go to the extraction point. Job fucking done.
Okay, this is pretty straightforward. Fred surveillance monitors their every move, every turn they make, every breath they take. Misha sets up a distraction on some junction road or something easily hittable. We pull
Yeah, I was
up.
thinking that you have the off ramp from the highway into the gas, right? So if I'm gonna kind of crash that Packer, like after that, so they will need to take the detour through the gas station, and then on top of the ramp you can be waiting with the van. Just hop out and take out the escort. Do we know how many there will be?
Negative. And the last time Peter Wallace had how many cars? You tell me. It was around 3, correct?
Three cars, about 10 people or so.
Yeah,
each
So
of
maybe
them.
expect something similar, maybe not even that much. Who knows?
Yeah, so then, you guys hop out of the van in front of the convoy. Brandon can help from the back together with Freg. I can join in too.
Yeah, we
I'll be in the van with
yeah.
Whiskey. Yeah, I'll be in the van with Whiskey
yeah,
and
sorry, so Freg from the back.
Yeah, I'll be in the area for sure.
I can also join in just occasionally.
always talks about?
Falcon's supposed to take him out. So what we'll do is I'll pull up,
Yeah,
slide
Falcon
the
is
doors
one
open.
of the best assets we have in the assault team. Let's just say
Right.
he's very good at what he does.
Yeah, I mean, I can kind of block them in from behind as well. Make sure they can't back up and do shit and just kind
And
of
we'll just serve them in
hide
the
behind the
platter
car
to
pretty
Falcon.
much.
I mean, the best plan of action is to position that van right in front of the convoy as they're being blocked. And everybody just gets wiped the fuck out. Again, do not kill Arthur Lane. We need to find out where his documents are. So, Falcon, let's not have any misfire bleeds.
Understood.
You will, Brandon, why don't you enlighten Falcon, because he doesn't even know what you did that one day with a sniper. Why don't you tell everybody in this table? Go ahead, Brandon.
We got bad intel. I had to do what I had to do. I thought it was the best course of action to take out the target with a sniper rifle. The rest of his backup had to get took out too, and one of the assets decided to run into the line of fire and also got hit as well. It was a bad day, but I admit my faults, and we're here now.
Let me translate that for those who don't understand bullshit. He basically friendly fired one of his own people. So no, you will never have a sniper in your hands ever again, okay?
That's all right.
Now, just so everybody's aware, again, Whiskey, Falcon will be in the same van as Misha. Misha, your disguise is gonna be someone.
I'm driving.
Hey, Frog, your disguise is gonna be somebody that works at the power plant, okay?
All right.
Frag, your job is to keep eyes on the whole convoy the entire time and relay information.
Yep.
Is there anything else you need to know to discuss with everybody on this table? All we good. Tomorrow, let's meet 30 minutes prior to 3 p.m. to have a quick briefing, making sure everybody's on the same page. Also have some supplies ready for you for tomorrow as well.
2:30 tomorrow. We meet up, have a brief, then we get to it, yeah?
Hey, firm. Listen, this isn't about a person. You've all dealt with people before. People can be bought. People can be scared. People can be killed. But this man, the documents that he have is about the state account system. And as you know from what we've gathered, the state account isn't some sort of vault where we can just steal money from. It isn't protected by guards or fucking guns. As you know, it exists because the city agrees it does. It's a system. It's a machine. And what I'm trying to say is if that intel gets leaked, we don't have any control on when we, let's say, trigger the system due to the itself. And what's the main thing about the faceless, Brandon?
We play with our food. I mean, it's one of the main things.
Control, you fucking idiot.
Do we not play with our food, Charlie?
You know, sometimes I wish you really were a real snitch. I really wish you were. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, is there anything you need from me before we end this briefing?
I had a question. So once we have him, you said he needs to dress up as a power plant person. Is he going to go to the power plant, or what's the plan
Negative.
after?
The reason why he is being dressed is the van he's going to be driving is going to be from the power plant.
Could we have a pickup location
The
after?
drop-off location is going to be that island where you know he got murdered with Edgar a year ago.
Okay.
Remember that one?
Oh, off
I
the
do
coast of the quarry?
Hey, once you have him, Falcon, Whiskey, Brandon, you're going to drive him all the way to that island. You're going to get him out, and I'll be waiting there, okay?
All right.
Falcon, any questions? See, why couldn't you all be like my team, Brandon? One word, that's it. Job fucking done. Now, surprise, tomorrow you will be equipped with a Silas AK-12. Also thermal goggles as well. Is there anything else you think you may need for this to be successful? Let me know. Frank, do you need anything for surveillance?
I might need a bit of cameras, but other than that, I think I should be fine.
I'll see what I can do.
Alright.
I think it depends on Falcon if he wants an EMP gun or whatever, but I'm sure you guys can sort that out. I don't know if we would need one.
Yeah, I mean, it could disable the convoy if they don't pull off and they keep going. He could shoot it out the back of the van, and it would disable the front vehicle.
Well, that's on Falcon. Now, once Falcon is shooting, I'm not saying he's the only person that needs to shoot. Everybody else is welcome to. For Falcon, your job is to neutralize every person you see except Arthur, okay? Like I said, boys, this cannot be a failure if those documents leak. You might not even be able to wipe the whole state account. And that is the bigger fucking picture here.
Understood.
Okay, well, you three, if you need anything else, let me know. If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Fred, I'll be in touch with your cameras, okay?
Perfect.
Hey, good to meet you, boys. Look forward to working tomorrow, yeah?
See you tomorrow.
See you guys soon.
Yep, see you tomorrow.
Hey, Fum.
All right, talk to you.
deal with. You know, I don't know why the investors makes me deal with incompetent people. Why can't I just deal with you guys every fucking day? I don't understand. Why are we relying on peasants like Brandon? Peasants like Misha? Look at him. Guy's a fucking vampire. Anyway, Falcon, you have a big task tomorrow, okay? We need Arthur Lane alive. If you want to wipe out the economy, those documents cannot be fucking leaked.
What? Understood.
Hey, Farm. That is correct. I'm getting told that Brian Knight is in the area.
Oh, great.
So be careful when you leave, okay? What car is he in? Hey, Farm. Brian Knight apparently is in a two-door black Corvette, so again, be careful if you leave this building. Falcon, any questions for tomorrow?
Negative.
Alright, Wisty. Make sure you're locked in, okay? We need Arthur Lane alive.
Yes, sir.
I'll see you tomorrow, Falcon, 2:30.
I'm so fucked! We're about to be in a cop chase, bro.
What the fuck? I hear footsteps already! Motherfucker, we all heard that!
I hear
Fuck! Yo, why is he still using that building though? But the problem is like, I'm not trying to get caught. Dude, this is such a, like, it's actually so, oh my God. Like, this is just so reckless and hot, dude. Like, it's actually insane. Like, to be driving around in this disguise is just crazy. This is actually a good spot here. We could change. Yeah, we gotta trash this car. This car is done. And our buggy is gone. Oh, fantastic.
How are you? I think my mom's boyfriend is licking my dog.
Please don't shoot me. Uh-oh. Do not shoot me. Thank you. Damn, man, so much information there, huh? Who would have thought High Guard was gonna be a shit game? I respect that they used that anticipation to propel the eyes around their launch, though. Honestly, very well played. Oh my god, leave me alone, Brian. I ain't answering this phone. Leave me alone, bro. I ain't answering the phone. Leave me alone, bro. I'm not answering. I don't care. I'm not Okay. There's this. There's so much going on. Okay, we gotta talk to CJ and Eliza, and then I gotta talk to CJ and Skipper, and then I don't know if I sleep on the council idea or if I just do it. I really don't want to like stall people out from just doing shit. It's like my biggest fear. Guys, also, why did I get a hate thread for saying gangbangers are boring and bland when I've been saying that for years in character? You were that bored? Yo, how you doing, boy?
Terrible, dude. Oswaldo kidnapped me and shaved my fucking head.
How the fuck do you let that happen, boy?
I took fucking Bjorn with me and he got karate chopped by Crimbo.
Jesus, that's a new low for you. Listen, let me ask you a question. Do you feel like any other leadership keeps you in the loop?
Only when you get mad about it, probably.
Do you don't think it naturally happens?
I mean, it's like hit or miss.
Well, I don't understand. Aren't you and your cousin like best friends?
Yeah, but she like holds information, it seems like, until she speaks to you.
Okay, we gotta talk later. All right, I gotta talk to.
If we have like 60, 70 gold bars set.
Yes, brother, we gotta talk. All right, I just gotta talk to Eliza and CJ. Then I gotta talk to you and CJ. Then we gotta talk about a lot.
All right.
All right.
We're good. See you in a bit.
Like 15 minutes or so. Do I answer Frankie now? No, I answer Frankie later, not now. We gotta handle this New Babylon shit now.
Hello?
Where you at?
Just at the range right now. Somebody grab Eliza?
Yeah. Just meet me
Okay,
over,
where?
meet me at the Red Keep.
All right,
Hit the side
sounds
right.
good. Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah, take down library and put up another tower. True. True. You willing to do survival or not? I fucking completely forgot to respond to Kiva. Thank you for reminding me, but I likely will not do it. No. Unfortunately. Even though it is like, man, I'm a little biased. I didn't like the second one, but the first one was so good. Fuck, it was such good RP. Vacation is not coming, guys. Vacation is not coming. $2027 5.0 release, dead ass. I mean, maybe 2028, low key. GTA 6 comes out in like 10 months, fam. Yeah, but if you think we're not RP, if you think we're RP, bro, we'll be RPing on GTA 6 maybe in 3.5 years from launch, maybe if we're lucky. Got any plans for vacation? Gonna go to Cabo, play the Laker games in the playoffs. Figure them out, boy. I was supposed to go to Mexico with my cousins, but I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. Ain't trying to get political. Shit crazy out there. And these motherfuckers are lunatic, fucking pea-brain fucking retards out there that I ain't trying to deal with, my boy. Alright, we're gonna leave it at that. Alright, here is this.
Like, follow the money, let them find a noose. 2. After the kidnapping of Peter Wallace, the ex-FIB computer scientist, and the files being successfully downloaded from his laptop, we have intel that somebody within the FIB is threatening to leak the files that were on his laptop. This individual has internal documentation regarding state account validation dependencies, integrity safeguard thresholds, continuity reset mechanisms, structural instability concealed through provisional support. Mission: locate Arthur Lane, take out his security team, bring him to extraction point. Okay.
Yeah, so I gotta help them fucking transport this guy. Apparently he's like the key to wiping the state accounts. They need him alive.
Okay.
I'm gonna be doing this with Whiskey, another faceless agent, alongside Acids, Brandon Valentino, Freg, and Misha.
Oh God.
Yeah, I think it's like the worst group of people I can think of.
Oh God.
I think you're... Respectfully, I think Falcon and Whiskey. Perhaps just Falcon is getting set up.
Yeah. It feels a little ominous, I won't lie. Also, Charlie like keeps calling me out and he's being like, oh, what do you think about this Falcon? Hey Falcon, how do you feel about this Falcon? Hey Falcon, you good? Like, what are your thoughts on this Falcon? It feels like it's very, you know, targeted. On top of that, as I'm leaving the Echelon building where this meeting happened, they got information that Brian Knight was outside, and he called me about 2 minutes ago.
He knows?
He knows what?
He knows you were there?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, he caught me undercover, remember?
Oh.
Yes. But don't you and all the other assets dress the exact same?
2 of us did, 3 of them didn't. And then I'm obviously using the same exact car, right? I'm not gonna go get a new car.
Okay.
Yeah. But either way, like, Brian Knight, no one is irrelevant. He's already caught me in the disguise. It's just, he's just probably gonna be fucking breathing down my neck now and begging for what the fuck the information was there. This happens, I think it's tomorrow. And yeah, well, apparently this guy is crucial to the wiping of the state accounts. What was interesting about that meeting, it was a lot smaller than I thought it would be. You can definitely tell that a lot of people, you know, bowed out of the whole faceless shtick. It was like three assets and two, you know, full-fledged agents, myself and Whiskey, and then Charlie. Don't know if that's intentional. Don't know if that's a representation of how down bad they are, but yeah. He also mentioned something about investors, and I can't believe these investors make me deal with these people, just not agents. Why do I have to deal with you know, these people from the city all the time or some shit? And that's pretty much it. Yeah, pretty straightforward. I will obviously be embarking on this. Very risky. I'm pretty sure I've been found out, but you know, you never know till you know.
Okay. In the event that you are found out this is a trap, what response do you want us to have if shit goes bad for you?
Nothing. We can't not let New Babylon know that I'm even attempting and taking these risks right now. If I get caught and I die and disappear, I just die and disappear. It is what it is, unfortunately. And if you have to pretend to bury me, just bury me with all my gold, please.
What?
Yes.
Okay, this is ridiculous.
Well, I mean, there's risk involved, right?
Yeah, but you want us to just sit here and do nothing? If
What are you gonna do?
I don't know, try something? Anything?
Listen, I can handle myself. I don't think anything is likely to go wrong. If it does, I mean, you just gotta get ready to react. That's all. The thing is, you guys can't be anywhere near this sort of transport. These guys fucking fly stealth bombers and shit. Like, now, to be fair, they didn't notice the cops were tailing them. But at the same time, I'm not gonna ignore the fact that they have fucking rangers and scouts fucking... They set a fucking massive perimeter. If they catch you guys tailing, you guys are done.
Yes, I understand that risk, absolutely. Like, us following it in any capacity would just put you further at risk.
What's that?
I guess I'm just thinking
tail
situation
wrestler.
where you're found out if it's not a trap, and what steps are taken from there, or it is a trap and they grab you and take you somewhere or something like that.
I mean, we just gotta hope that that doesn't happen because there's not much you can prepare for in that matter. I mean, the best I could do was just get pings and try to send pings, and if I'm pinging, shit's going down. But
Okay.
it's very difficult to prepare for something like that. We just gotta hope for y'all gotta just trust in me to do my shit. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah. Okay. I had a conversation with Skipper and Luciano about the DO and all of the suspicion regarding all of these assets being around Babylon and trying to worm their way into good graces with us. Luciano said now that he is, now that I brought it up, he's thinking back to Dio being very sociable with him as well. Kind of wanted to get on board with the bounty situation, showed interest in that, and then mentioned Speedy having some sort of deal with them.
The power of communication, huh? Have you all been doing your group therapy?
Yes.
You guys have. When's the last group therapy y'all did?
That was a while ago, like over
Was
a
that
week
last
ago. Last week or over a week ago.
It's supposed to be
Trying
once
to
a
remember
week.
last
Has
Wednesday?
that been the trend?
Was that
we
last
did
week?
Two weeks ago, we did two. We did
Yes.
one last Wednesday, I do believe.
Yeah, we have to have one this week.
That one
Okay,
went
well,
very well.
Before we move on to this topic, are we done with the faceless shit?
No,
It's pretty
sorry, let me
straightforward. There's
just...
not much more to add to that, so.
The only question I have is Speedy and his situation with Theo.
Yeah, but that's not really faceless shit, is it? Like directly to what we were just talking about just now. With this transport.
I mean, every single thing regarding Dio we're labeling as oh.
Yeah, but I'm talking
the situation
specifically
you're
to the
talking
situation we just had. Yes.
about? No. I moved on to the New Babylonian stuff.
Okay.
Do we have more to talk about with that?
No, that's why I'm asking.
No, I don't have any other questions. I mean, you're right. We do have to just. There's no other option than for you to just go and us hope that you come back.
Eliza?
Nope, I have nothing else to add other than I'll be prepared.
All right, perfect. The deal shit we can put on hold for now. Eliza, can you give me and CJ some time, and I'll probably call you back in a minute.
Absolutely.
Thank you. You talk to your cousin at all?
Yeah, pretty much every day. Why?
Well, when I asked him, does he feel like he's kept in the loop? He says, I only feel like I'm kept in the loop when you yell at people to tell me shit.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, he's on the way here right now. We can figure this out.
Okay, yeah, let's figure this shit out.
All right.